What happened?
About what?
All right. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a special Saturday afternoon edition of the Wrestling Guy podcast. What?
You're blocking me.
I'm sorry.
You must have gained weight.
No, I did. You are the one gaining weight.
I'm over here.
Anyways, welcome back, Butcher. You haven't been on a show in a while.
I took a little VK.
Yeah. What happened? You feeling better?
I feel much better. Thanks for asking.
All right. I'm glad. I missed you.
It's nice to be missed.
Yeah, of course. But
I'm very excited.
Why are you excited?
Because I was looking at the Republican convention and Donald Trump had me in tears. I listened to his speech, him and his beautiful family, and I can't wait for November.
Yeah.
Totally.
I think the entire RNC was wasn't it plagiarized?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't either. I don't either.
Anyways,
I'm wondering. I'm gonna change it to Wrestling Guy City.
Wrestling Guy City.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. I don't think anybody's using. It's not close enough to Suplex City.
Oh. Are you a little upset with WWE now?
No, I'm upset with the whole plagiarizing of Michelle Obama's speech. But anyways.
Well, I can tell you one thing. It's already been corrected because that same what do you call that, teleprompter? Yeah. It was by the same person that wrote Obama back in 2008, and they used the same format on Trump's wife.
What's her name?
Elena.
Elena. She's pretty hot. Anyways,
yes.
Let's introduce our guest today. This is why we're doing a special Saturday. He's all the way from Phoenix, Arizona.
Can't wait for that border to be big. I mean, the walls to be bigger all over from Texas, Arizona. No, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona to California. The wall is going to be 10 times bigger and huge.
It's going to be huge.
Huge.
Do you want to introduce our guest today?
Yes, his name is Dirty Sanchez, right?
No, not Dirty Sanchez. Daniel Sanchise.
All right. Sanchise.
Dirty Sanchez. Where the hell did you
get
Dirty
Sanchez
from? You have a dirty mind. you said dirty. I know what a Dirty Sanchez is, but whoa.
I figure it's all in the mix.
He's new. He just met you, and he's already getting.
I understand. I just really come back. I was gone for a while.
I'm sorry. It's dark back there. I had a lot of steam.
You know what? One thing for sure, Dirty Sanchez,
keeps it coming.
Is that you know what? We don't have the two Heckle and Jekylls here. I'm talking about Ed and
Oscar.
Ed's
going to actually be there tonight watching you wrestle.
Oh, he is?
At UEW.
Oh, good.
Yeah, be careful. Ed's very vicious.
But whatever you do, don't book him.
Yeah, don't book him. Don't buy him alcohol.
Don't buy him beer.
Don't buy him any beer.
So don't buy him anything.
No, don't buy him anything.
Okay, I'll look out for it.
Charge him for a photo.
How was your drive down here? Did you drive or fly?
I drove.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I drove with my family, so it was pretty cool, fast and easy.
Yeah, that's what your sex like.
Yeah.
You've been watching my movies.
3 minutes.
3 minutes. The longest.
And you've been downloading them.
I fast forwarded and I'll finish on the what do you call it, direct.
But it gets the job done. I'm sure your wife is happy.
It's not even that, man. You blink and it's over.
You see, you blink.
Oh goodness. I have a feeling we're gonna have a Oompa Loompa here.
Anyway, so the drive up. I saw your brother. You have a younger brother.
Yeah.
And he came with
my God, the family.
You cannot deny that you have a brother because he looks just like you.
Oh, I have two brothers, man.
Are they twins?
No.
No.
They're a year apart.
Oh, okay. Right on. So, I'm gonna just cut right into it. I mean, if you don't mind, tell me how old are you?
I just turned 20 about a month ago.
Turned 20. Wow,
yeah.
You're at a good age. Now, what do you want to become a pro wrestler? It's a crazy sport. I still call it a sport. It is entertainment as well. What makes you want to become a pro wrestler? What inspired you?
Well, what inspired me? I've been watching since I was little. It's a typical story. I've been watching
like everybody else.
Yeah, like everybody else. But I moved to Arizona about 4 years ago. Yeah, and it was a tough time because I hated Arizona. When I first moved there, I had to make new friends. It was different for me. And my dad was like, you always wanted to be a wrestler. You always wanted to do it. Why don't you do it? And I was like, oh, you're right. Why aren't I doing it? And I signed up about 1.5 years ago, and I was like, wow, this is awesome. This is great.
So then you must have been a kid. Who was a wrestler that drive you? Who was your main star?
The Rock.
The Rock.
Yeah.
So you want to be like The Rock?
Yeah. I probably won't get as big as him, but yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, man, just the way he talks on the mic, it's just...
And then from right there, wrestling was like something new and you wanted a passion to do.
Yeah, well, like I said, I've been watching since I was a little kid over and over and over. I knew every wrestler. I had every toy. It was just a dream of mine. And now, like, I'm following the dream. That's the fun part of it.
Now, you say originally you moved from to Arizona, so where are you?
I'm from El Paso, Texas.
El Paso. Oh, yeah. I'm surprised you're not a big Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, yeah. I like Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie?
Yeah. But, hey, The Rock caught my attention.
I've just never been a big Rock fan.
No, man?
No.
Okay, well, that's the interview.
We don't get along at all. He's a Mets fan. I'm a Cleveland Indians fan.
But the Mets are taking the World Series.
And you thought it was going to be a smooth interview.
Yeah, I did. I really did. So when you saw The Rock, what was it that really caught your attention? Is it the mic skills, or the rings?
Well,
how you could do
it was
all?
honestly, I was very, very little. Like, I didn't bring the picture, but there's this picture of me when I was a little kid. I'll pull it up. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
I drew an eyebrow on my face, literally, because I couldn't raise it up. So I drew an eyebrow. I had a mic. I had a Hawaiian shirt, and I would just, do you smell what The Rock is cooking? So I was always like a big Rock fan for some reason. So it was always like, I can't remember why, but I just caught on right away.
How about Cena?
So, he's better than Roman Reigns.
So what was the first tryout wrestling school that you did?
Well, it wasn't really. Well, it kind of was a tryout, but I went to Arizona Wrestling Federation.
Who was the promoter there?
Jared Devitt.
Okay.
Yeah, the
So
first.
shout out to Jared.
Yeah, Jared. Shout out.
Jared. Okay.
Hey, Jared. But the first time I went there, it was tough. It was like a new experience. They were really testing me, see if I really want this. And then at the end of the night, my body was in pain. My back was all messed up. I was like, Jesus Christ. Like, what am I getting myself into? But it was like, after that drive home, I'm like, oh, well, let's do this again tomorrow. And
so it's a pain that you're proud of.
Yeah, I'm proud of, because funny story. There was a guy that went in there the same day as me. And he was cocky. He's like, oh, dude, I'm going to do this easily. But half of the way done, he cried and he just left. I was like, oh, that's it.
It can. You know what? The funny thing is, it can really break you down too.
Oh, it does.
It can really break you down. Either you want it, or you're gonna go through these sacrifices, or you're gonna like, oh man, I don't know. I remember the first time I did it, I almost threw up. That was bad because my cardio was really bad.
Well, you need a lot of cardio, right?
A lot of cardio, especially when you're working mariachi, man. Jesus Christ.
Well, the reason why mariachi is so fast is all the cucarachas that he stomps.
That is true.
That's all the cucarachas.
Hey, but he's my partner, so watch it.
Yeah,
We're facing these two girls that are very annoying and scary. Dead and Thunder Rosa.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I know. I feel you.
Those girls are bad. They're a nightmare.
They are, man.
They should just call themselves the Chupacabras of pro wrestling.
Well, all that freaking face paint and
That's
stuff.
what I'm saying.
You guys.
By the way, they're probably watching.
We're actually having a
Thunder, I love you.
No, he's lying.
I love you, Thunder.
Behind the scenes, he's like, you're right, Daniel.
No, I've never said such a thing.
Thunder's never nice to me. That's why
nice.
She's not nice to nobody. No. I think she barely likes herself.
Whoa, okay, too far. I didn't go that far.
Well, I don't know where you went. It's like she probably looks in the mirror like, I don't like you. Well, we'll have a split,
split personality.
Maybe.
Did you play any sports in high school?
Yeah, I played. Well, I first played my first sport when I was 10 years old. I played baseball, all the way to 14. Yeah. And then I found amateur wrestling, and I ended up being pretty good at it. Funny story, there wasn't a guy in my weight class, so I automatically made varsity. And I knew I really liked the sport because once that guy came back, I was like, no way, this guy's not taking my spot. He's not going to just come, because he was good, but I ended up being better and beating the guy and being varsity ever since. So I've always been good at sports. Sports has been my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why the Mets?
Oh, Jesus. You would ask that question. You just...
I was about to say the same thing because that's where yours.
Around the question, huh?
Yeah. Why the Mets?
You know what, Dildo? It's the same for you because you like the Indians.
But I have a good reason.
What is the reason?
Well,
because they're red.
I like the Cleveland Indians because when I was a kid, of course, you always cheer for the team that your parents cheer for. So my parents were Dodger fans. And so...
Dodgers.
The Dodgers. And so I grew up watching Oral Hershiser. And then when I found out when I did in middle school, I found out my family was from Nicaragua. Because, I just never hit me like, heritage and all that. So we had to find like athletes that were famous. And I found Dennis Martinez, who played for the Montreal Expos. In 94, 95, Oral Hershiser and Dennis Martinez both ended up in the Cleveland Indians. So because they were my two, and I was a pitcher in high school. Oh shit! I was a pitcher. So, and I tried to imitate both of their pitching windups. So when they ended up in Cleveland, I ended up watching Cleveland, and I just became a big fan of the Cleveland Indians.
Damn.
See,
he's not happy about it either way.
The interview's about him.
So how did you become a Mets? All right, how about a Mets fan? How the Mets?
So it's kind of the same story as you, but for me it was I like the Yankees, then I also like the Mets.
Probably Darryl Strawberry.
No. I was a big A-Rod fan. Sadly, I was a big A-Rod fan, but I was also.
Is it because he dated Tori Wilson? Because if it is, I agree with you.
Okay, that's part of the reason. I had that number 13 number just as of A-Rod, and then my dad's a big Mets fan. Mets fan. So I was like, hey, I'm watching the Mets fan. I always watch baseball games with my dad, and you just catch on.
Well, see, then when you go to New York, you got to go to the stadium.
Oh, I've been there. It's really nice.
Oh.
Yeah. Really,
Have
really
you been to Cleveland?
I don't fly.
Oh. Well, then.
You can drive.
If they make it to the World Series, I'm gonna get.
Well, they're not. So
if they
use a horse.
If they make it to the World Series, I'm gonna.
Doesn't Indians use horses?
You just got rid of our Native American listeners.
That's okay.
They're out.
You just got rid of them. Now you started when you did the AWF. You were 18 going on 19, or 19 going on.
I think I was 18 going on 19. Yeah.
Now, when you go, I always ask this question because you're young. The girls, when they find out you're a they find out you're when they find out you're a wrestling fan, and now they find out you're a wrestler, what is their reaction? Well, the girls and your friends.
You get like a lot of girls that want to date you more because now they're doing this.
No. Yeah, but I don't know. At first, when I was telling everyone in high school, oh yeah, I want to wrestle, they're like, oh cool, yeah, whatever. And then all of a sudden, I would post pictures of myself doing crazy flips, posing in fans, and they're like, oh hey, how you doing? I haven't talked to you in a long time. How's it going? I see you're doing that wrestling stuff. Oh yeah, that's cool. But you should
flip me.
You should invite me to one of your shows. But before that, we should go out somewhere first. And then you go out somewhere, you do your thing, and then a week passes, and they're not at the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, girls just are weird.
Yeah, of course.
But I do see some of the fans. Well, you told me that some of the fans are looking.
Yeah, he has a good. There was a good little female crowd that go crazy when he comes out there. They're young. They're about 18, maybe. I hope.
I
hope. How about your friends though? Like if they see you.
Yeah.
I'm sure you get a lot of crap because they're probably like, oh, look at this fool in his underwear.
No, actually, they're very proud of me. It's like my close friends are like, damn, dude, it's cool how you're following your dream and stuff. Like they'll crack a joke at me, like, yeah, you wrestle man for a living, good for you. But then deep inside, they're like, damn, dude, good job. Like you're doing what you want to do, and that's pretty cool.
Now, one thing I want to keep on about the family and friends thing is that I want to say about your mom and dad and your brother, right?
Brothers, yeah.
Brothers, very supportive. I went to the Arizona 2 shows. Very loud. Very, very loud. I don't know if it's them. I think it's you have other crowd members that join in, but they're very supportive. They're all his shows, and they give his opponents a very, very hard time. Yeah. Sometimes, the first time I went to the show, I thought they were going to kill Thunder Rosa and Mariachi. I really did.
They should have.
How does it make you feel, first and foremost, that they support what you're doing, that the dream that this is something that you've wanted to do, and now they're standing by you. They pushed you to go look for the school, and they also now they attend about probably 80% of your shows.
Yeah, I would say more. Yeah, it makes it easier. Like a lot of parents, when you're in a business like this, it's a hit or miss.
Yeah.
And my parents know that, so they want to know that whatever happens, we just want you to try your hardest and know we're here for you. But they know how much work I'm putting into it. So they've always been supportive. My brother records every single one of my matches, and I put him on YouTube.
Yeah, he's a good brother, man. I've seen him. No, he's the older one.
Well,
I mean, you're the older one, but
the tallest one. That's the youngest one.
No way.
Yeah, he's 15.
You gotta see this kid, man. I thought he was like. Wait a minute. So you have another one that's in the middle?
Yeah. Man.
How old is he?
He's 16.
Is he the shorter one?
Yeah.
Damn, this guy's like freaking huge.
Yeah, man. He got the taller jeans. No, wait. The small one got the tall jeans. The middle one got the big jeans. And I just got the handsome jeans. So that's how it works.
Your brother looks just like you.
No.
I'm beginning to feel that I see a good heel in the future.
Yeah, I think
a good heel. No. I'm going to pray over it. It's going to be the biggest heel. I want to ask you, who was that one wrestler in Arizona? He's a fly.
Oh, Crazy Fly?
Oh, Crazy Fly.
Here we go.
Are you related to Crazy Fly?
No.
No.
Well,
if you do have a match on him, chop him for me.
They had one, right, up for championship,
I had
right?
one for a championship, yeah.
Oh, really? Well, next time it happens, get chop him for me.
Why? What's the story behind that?
He calls him, what's he? MC Magic.
MC.
He's a rapper. Because everybody calls him Conan.
I'm sorry, okay. I'll stay quiet. I'll chop him for you.
Now, when their parents get loud, do you get a little embarrassed?
At first, yeah.
Yeah?
You get embarrassed, but it's like, what can you do, you know?
Yeah.
Well, in El Paso, thinking about family, that's where I'm from. I ended up selling half the crowd because my whole extended family, 80 people came just to see me.
Yeah.
But that was like my hometown, so.
Now you know why I'm voting for Trump.
Look at this guy.
Go ahead.
No, it's cool.
You just broke his heart.
We'll still climb that wall. It's all good.
What's the hardest thing you found so far, training or even professionally right now? What's the hardest thing you found in wrestling?
I would say confidence. Yeah, like I know I can do stuff, but it always takes me that extra to do stuff. Like I said, like I didn't want to do wrestling because I was like, oh, I'm not gonna make it, and it took that extra. So I would say confidence is my biggest enemy right now in wrestling. And training, I'm always a competitive person. So when we're training, I'm always the one that's like, hurry up, let's do this. I may be dying inside, but best believe I'm gonna finish.
Yeah.
But hardest, I would say, conditioning too. That's hard.
Yeah.
Because I can be on the treadmill for hours, and it's like, no, I two spots, and I'm oh my god, I shouldn't have done all that.
The last match you had with Mariachi, and I was talking about it, which was last weekend, you had a really strong match with Mariachi. It's probably, I mean, I've only been up there 4 times, I think, now. Mm-hmm. And that's, no, don't take any offense to it, but I think that was your best match that I've seen. Mm-hmm. Do you feel that same way? Like maybe it's your best match so far?
I felt the most comfortable, and that allowed me to bring more of myself out, and just how loud it was that day. And working with Mariachi, after working with him, we finally got our one-on-one. So it really brought out the side of me, which was really exciting. So I would agree that it's one of my best matches.
Yeah, because he was real confident in that match, and you can tell, you could sense the confidence in you in that match, because you actually, I don't know, I got to see you probably be more of yourself. Have you been in a couple of tag matches and stuff I've seen you in?
Because in some matches, I'm just like, damn it, like, I'm not here. What am I doing? I'm like trying too hard. And when I worked Mariachi, I was like, all right, I'm ready. I know what he does. I'm ready for him. Let's do this. And I just brought it out.
I could see you in a match with Butcher.
You know, it's just kind of amazing about Mariachi is that he's wrestled all these great talent people. And, you know, in the past, he's a little chubby guy, but he's always dodged the ball with me. He doesn't want to get in a ring with me. I can't figure him out.
Would you want to wrestle Butcher?
I don't know, man. I'm kind of scared right now. He'll probably come out with Donald Trump with him. I won't even have a match.
Well, I would just be a couple of security guards, security officers from the patrol motor. That's about it.
Before the match, you'll check my green card or something. He'll be like, where's your green card? Oh, you can't wrestle, sorry.
And then I'll win the match by forfeit.
See, he wins the match by forfeit.
He had an arm wrestling match with Martes one time.
And you know what? And again, you know, I helped him. I carried that. I carried it for him.
Oh.
Sure, he lost the match in 2 seconds. Would you have an arm wrestling match right here?
Let's get it.
All right before we end the podcast.
Right before we end it.
You want to warm up in the back or anything?
No, because then there's going to be a bunch of white stuff all over my floor.
I don't know how he warms up, man. So,
well, I mean, I think you speak for experience, so I guess you would know.
Hey, man, gotta do what you gotta do.
Anyway, it's so disgusting.
I'm not the one that's talking about it.
You said white stuff. I was
talking about his shirt.
I was talking about my yachi, and then it ends up all of this. But go ahead.
When you found out you were wrestling mariachi first time in a tag match, right?
Yeah.
Was it a tag match? I believe
it was a tag match.
Yeah. You get nervous knowing, because you wrestle all the guys, of course, from Arizona, but then you have this guy that's in Lucha Underground.
Yeah.
And everything. You get nervous?
Oh, yeah. I was excited and also nervous. I was like, hey, this is a new test for me. Like, let's see how I can keep up with someone who's on TV. That's cool. Like, I see him on TV, and I'm like, damn, I wrestled that guy. And it's like, okay, so he's in shape. He knows his stuff. And the first thing I said, all right, I'm going to listen to what he says. I'm going to follow him, and let's do this. But, yeah, I was pretty nervous.
Yeah.
Compared to the last time I faced him to the first time, I was nervous.
You get a lot of compliments from a lot of these workers saying that you're very humble and you listen very well. Like, you don't try to go in there and put yourself over, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Is it something you learned at AWF, or is it just something that...
I would say that's just a household thing, It's like, I've always been respectful to people, always told...
I beg to differ.
Be nice. I have It depends. It really depends. But in the wrestling business, I've always been like, okay, so he's on TV. I'm just this guy from Arizona. Who are you going to listen to? I'm going to listen to him because he'll help me do better, And another guy that I faced in AWF was Peter Avalon. And when I faced him, I was like, okay, man. He was like, what do you want to do? I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to follow your lead. He's like, okay, tell me the stuff you do, and we'll do it. And I told him, and he set up the match perfectly. In the ring, I listened to him. I was like, you okay? You good? Am I doing this right? After the match, he goes to the back and says, who trained that kid? That kid's really good. And I don't say those compliments. I don't say that like to be cocky or anything. I just say that like, thank you.
No.
I just do it because I feel that's better for me to do, to learn as much as I can.
Now, one thing I brag about you, which I bragged to Butcher off air, was that you go to college.
Yeah.
What college are you going to?
Right now I'm going to GCC and then doing online classes.
Okay. So he does college. You have a part-time job?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have work at the whitest place.
What store do you work?
It's what chicks like, Abercrombie and Fitch.
It's called Abercrombie and Fitch, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the whitest store. Then you wrestle. Well, you train.
Yeah, I train.
How often do you train?
I used to train 4 times a week when I first started. A lot of people say, well, how'd you move up so fast? I'm like, well, I was there 4 times. First one in, last one out, literally for a straight 4 months. And then after a while, once I started getting bookings, I was like, oh, well, I need to work. School is getting in my way. I need to get back into focus. So it was just 2 times a week and wrestle on the weekends.
And then, so you have a full-time school, work part-time, you train, and you wrestle on the weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty damn impressive for a 20-year-old.
Very good. I wish a lot of young people will, even though it doesn't have to be wrestling, but if they will get off their lazy asses and leave video games alone, and they can be potential out there with their careers or find their dream or their niche, whatever they want. Yeah. So my hat's off to you on that.
Thank you.
And what are you trying to major in?
Marketing. I like stockbroking. And not just because of movies or whatever.
He's going to be huge.
But I'm just interested in the numbers, how business works, how it's like a risk of you can be rich one day or you can be dead broke the other day. Pick one. It's like a thrill for me. And
then, now let's say is your goal to be in WWE or Lucha Underground?
That's my goal. Oh, Lucha Underground, damn, I'll be right there.
Yeah. And WWE is like the main objective. And let's say if WWE comes knocking in 2 years, would you be willing to, would you be able to manage school, or would you just...
one person that I looked up a lot is Xavier Woods, just because how he did it. Like, to be honest, I'm not looking for a doctor's degree. I'm looking for a bachelor's to a master's. Because I know realistically, can I get there? It's like, I can, but it's like, no, I can't get there. But I see that he took online classes. Even if it was just part-time, he took 2 classes. He took 1 class. And I don't think that's bad. I mean, what's 1 hour of my day? I mean, I'm watching wrestling, but it's not like I can't take 1 hour of my day and be like, okay, I have this to do, have this homework, and done. Okay, done.
Now, is it something that you want to do on your own, or is it just something that maybe your parents have put in you that they want you to finish school?
At first, my dad was really strict about, no, you have to go to school too. You can't just do that. And then after a while, after seeing wrestlers come and go, you see people, and I'm realistic. This business, like I said, it's a hit or miss. And it's not that I'm not confident. It's just you always want to have a plan B. I don't want to see myself at age 50 still wrestling. I want to say, hey, I have a degree. I'm good with stockbroking.
No offense, Butcher.
I'm good with it. I'm good with anything. You know, I just want to have that plan B set in stone.
You know, that's sad. Butcher's 55. He still wrestles. Yeah, he looks great for 55.
After when I'm done chopping, see how 55 I'll get.
You should help me.
55 times.
No,
I'll let you win on the arm.
No, I'm just joking. What? He's gonna let you win like no muertes.
We'll see. We'll see.
Now, who's your favorite wrestler right now?
The Rock's. I'm just kidding.
I was a Stone Cold guy myself. That's why I just.
Come on, man.
When you grew up watching Austin and The Rock, you had to choose Austin or Rock. You couldn't go for Austin.
Let me ask you this: what about like the guys from the '80s? Did any of those guys catch your attention?
'80s.
He was.
Well, I know, but there's some people.
Yeah, I still watch it, but it's like, I don't know if you see my gear, the one that was on the picture. I have like that funky gear. That was like just based on Macho Man.
Oh.
Yeah, so I like Macho Man. Ultimate Warrior, how he runs in the ring. For my entrance, I run to the ring like Ultimate Warrior, so it's like kind of I steal from that era.
It's just something that what we talked earlier with with Jason from Crime Time, and he gave you a few pointers.
Oh yeah, I made sure to talk to that guy.
Yeah, so what I thought was pretty cool what he shared his thoughts about using certain gimmicks or what you see it on TV.
I didn't even know
Would
that.
you like to share with us what he told you?
Well, I asked him on character development because I'm very big on that. Because in this business, your character is more than your wrestling, and that's what he said. And he said, I stole my character from a movie, and that's what a lot of WWE guys do. They steal characters from movies. And he told me, once you get that, steal it and make it your own. Develop your own. Take this character and this character, blend them in together, and look, you have a whole new character.
And he gave one good example, which was Scott Hall.
As Razor Ramon as Scarface.
Yeah, John Cena as Mark Wahlberg and Eminem.
Yeah, so
and Santino Marella from Nacho Libre.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the other one.
Yeah. Now, how did you choose whether you want to be a face or a heel? But I'm sure, isn't it more fun being a heel?
Okay, I wanted to be a heel. I have that heel instinct in me, but they just said, look at your face. We can't make that a heel right away. No, we have to use that face as a baby face because kids are going to want to just see you and girls are going to want you. Guys are probably going to boo you, but you just have that baby face look in you right now. So it was just stuck in me.
I just think, I don't know why they always do that in wrestling. Like, just because you're a good-looking guy, you say, oh, we're a small guy. You have to be a baby face.
Yeah, see?
I would like to be...
It was the same thing like with, I thought it was a great idea that they did with the Rockers. Shawn Michaels and Mario Jannetty, when they were the Rockers, they were like too much baby face. But after the barbershop, when he turned on Jannetty,
I love that. Yeah.
You could see the transformation and the attitude and then the dressing. Then all he looked was more cocky.
That's how I wanted to come out.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to let your hair grow.
Oh, yeah, I will. Trust me. But now it's just...
That's not against a hair product either.
Are you big on hair products or something?
Anyways.
No hair.
No hair.
Someone told me to use caballo shampoo.
Shampoo?
I don't know what that is, and now like I almost did, but then I'm like, it smells bad. I'm not going to use that.
That being a face, though, isn't it harder to win over the crowd?
Funny thing, My brother likes to call me John Cena. In American crowds, I get booed by guys. And
of course.
Women and little kids cheer for me. So it's not hard. Well, it's hard to get over pretty much. But it's like I always have that fire in me that they make them want to cheer for me, and that sympathy look, and it gets their attention. But for some guys, it's like, no, F this guy, I'm booing him.
No, I think they would boo you. I think that's why, because you're the pretty boy. So they think, I'm not saying you are a pretty boy, but they see you as you're the pretty boy. You can steal my girl, so I'm gonna hate you.
Yeah, man. I'm like, what did I do to you guys, man?
Yeah, he's
the bad guy.
This guy can turn on the flip the switch. He did a street fair. He came out forgetting he was supposed to be the heel. Came out as a face, and he knew how to turn on. He came out like all excited, and then they're like, "Hey, aren't you supposed to be a heel?" And all he did was insult the crowd and
automatic move.
Yep, just turn on. I told him, so I called the immigration on all of them.
Oh. Yep. And that's it. Now, have you had any confrontation though with any of the fans? Like,
there's this one lady at Portland that just gives me a tough time.
The little lady that sits in the front?
No, she likes me.
Oh.
At first she booed me, and then after a while she just got used to me and she started cheering for me.
She's one of them rats.
No, she's a little older.
No.
She's Thunder Rosa's favorite fan.
Oh, goodness. That's something obvious. Typical.
No, Thunder Rosa. She's the one that threatened to kill Thunder Rosa if she sat on her husband. Oh, dang.
Dang.
Well, it looked like the husband needed it.
No, but there's this lady in the corner at Literally Reporter that just gives me a tough time. Like, I never did anything to her. And now every time, like, I work in mariachi, I don't know if you noticed, but I kind of did a heel tactic. I got mariachi. There was a little kid right next to him wearing the mariachi mask. I look into his eyes. I pull mariachi's face. I look into her, and I just give him the hardest chop ever. And all I see the kid is his eyes just go big, like, oh my god, this guy. And then the mom sees that, so she tries to hit me, and I'm like, oh shit, move.
No, that's a no-no.
That's a no-no.
That's a no-no. That's an automatic get your ass out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you did have a funny story, too, about an older woman, right?
Oh, yeah. So, there's this woman, she was with her husband, and I thought I was going to take a picture with her. And then she pulls me to the side. Well, not really to the side, because her husband's like literally right here, and she's like right here. And she's like, when you're done with your trunks, would you mind if I have him? And it's okay if, like, you give him to me after. Like, I can just have him. And I'm just looking at her husband like, oh, God, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me. And then the guy goes, yeah, you should give him to her. I'm like, hey, I'm going to go now. But she's nice. She got me hot Cheetos the next show.
So you better be careful.
Ooh, I mean that's a new one.
They're a nice family. Yeah.
Well, what are they into? Are they into that stuff, sniffing your trunks or something?
I guess they
He's going to put them on at night or something?
Hey, I don't know, man. I don't want him to do it. No, I still need him. I still need him.
Maybe we should start a package, and maybe we should probably think of a very well. Maybe that's what it was.
You know what? The funny thing is, though, the first time I saw some old pictures, you used to wear the shorts.
Yeah, boxer shorts.
And then you went to the trunk.
Yeah.
Well, how did you change? You just wanted to show off, huh?
No, not even that.
That's what Butcher did.
When I would create myself, like on WWE 2K, I always wore myself with tights, always tights. And then once I started creating tights, I'm like, damn, I don't look good. Then the biker shorts, they're like, they look good. And I was like, what if I wear trunks? Just see what happens. And then ever since then, they just caught on.
Yeah?
Yeah. So it had anything to do with that.
I would be embarrassed to come out of trunks.
I was like, insecure at first. Then after a while,
actually, I'll be pretty proud.
Really?
Sure.
But his mom's in the crowd.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you be kind of weird? Like, your mom seeing you in your tarantara?
Well, my mom still washes all my clothes.
Mijo, you got some skid marks here.
Yeah.
You gotta
notice I'll never have white gear because then my mom told me.
I hope not.
Yeah. Until I'm on my own, I'll have white gear.
What is so far, you've been wrestling for a year?
I've been training a year and a half and working a year.
A year. And then, where's the farthest you've gone right now? I know you've come out to California, you do the UEW here in LA.
I was telling JTG, there's a show coming that's going to be TV taping. That's CWFA.
Okay.
So I would say that's probably like the most just because it's TV. And Yeah, I'll say that's the most. I wrestle. Well, I'm moving to California.
Oh,
good.
Yeah, I'm moving to the northern part of California. So I'll
ghetto.
Yeah. No. Yeah, you kind of ghetto.
San
But
Francisco.
it's like San Francisco. Yeah.
I guess by your shirt. See the Giants.
Yeah. Hey. But yeah. I'm still gonna train over there for Pro Wrestling Revolution,
Okay.
and they do TV over there. Blue Demon was just there. Brian Cage was just there, so that's probably the next step.
You just mentioned the big no-no on this show.
No.
Brian Cage.
Oh, damn.
Got my woman.
I messed up.
Got Melissa Santos, and her leg's been in East Coast and hers been in West Coast.
Well, I've never met her, so hopefully I'll meet her one day.
Yeah, meat. Make sure it's only meat.
Okay, I'll try.
Or you can meet
I have a couple hit-up lines, so I don't think it'll work.
So, have you said to one girl, "Hey, I'm a wrestler"?
No.
No.
Yeah, no.
Well,
No, not really.
I was going to ask you. I noticed you have a scar on your head.
Yeah.
Now, is that from wrestling, or is that just something that happened from?
This one just, I was running around the pool. I hit my brother in the face, and I was running around the pool. He pushed me, and I opened myself up.
That was the karma.
Yeah, that was a karma. And then this one was from wrestling.
Who are you wrestling in that one?
Crazy Fly.
Oh, yeah.
You can't trust him. When I see him, if I ever meet him, what do you call those?
Ice water?
Yeah, I'll have to buy one of those. So when I see him, I'm smacking him with that.
I'm gonna make sure he watches.
Yeah, you better. Now, because I go back to your mom again. Now she's in the crowd, and when you wrestle Crazy Fly, I heard it got pretty crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Mad. Does she get nervous?
She didn't talk to me for like a whole hour when I got home.
What? She just because?
Yeah, she was mad at the fact that I was bleeding and stuff. And I was like,
I don't want to see that.
yeah, sorry.
Now, does she get nervous like in any match? Does she tell you like after like? Is she like a typical mom that comes to you? Oh, are you okay, mijo? Like,
Actually,
sorry.
the funny part, that's my dad. Like, he'll get more nervous when I'm selling. He'll be like, hey, is your neck okay? I saw you take that move pretty hard. And then my mom, unless I'm really hurt, that's when my mom really steps in. Yeah. That's pretty much.
Now you've wrestled Thunder Rosa.
Oh, I hate her. And the new
She's
one,
stiff on you,
the
right?
new one on my hit list is Holiday.
Holiday.
But we'll talk about that later.
But Thunder Rosa's pretty stiff on you, right?
Oh, I got back at her.
Yeah.
Trust me. I got really back at her. No, the first time I worked her, the first punch she gave me, I was like, oh my god, what the heck? Is this a Lucha Underground thing? I was like, Mariachi hit me pretty hard too. And then she just kept kicking my ass. And then I was like, okay, it's whatever. She's supposed to do that spot, okay. But the second time I faced her, I had like 10 slap spots. And best believe, you're going to get jealous here. I got her in the face, and I got her in the butt. And the butt one was pretty loud. You were there. It was pretty loud.
We were talking about that on the way home. About that one.
Yeah.
Oh, she had a handprint too.
That goes on.
Now is it? But I think that's a rookie thing, right? Like you wrestle a rookie, and I'm guessing maybe just to see how tough they are.
Oh yeah, I've been tested a lot.
Yeah. Who's the one that's tested you the most? Like you could honestly say, like, I don't think they tried. Well, let me ask you this: has anybody like
shot?
Yeah, like said like you know what, I'm gonna fucking give it to you, and I just don't like you. Have you felt that way about anybody? Maybe.
Not really. I've always had a good connection with people. Like I said, I've always been respectful to people. But there's this guy named Jocko. You probably saw him at Core.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like he's taught me a lot of stuff. He's always nice. He's always been a helpful guy. But when I'm in the ring, he just gives me like the hardest chop he possibly can. He loads it up and everything, middle of the chest, to where I can't breathe, and he just lays it in there. That's like the stiffest one. It's like, oh my god, that one hurt bad.
Did you ever give anybody a stiff shot?
Oh, a lot of times.
Lots of times.
But out of respect, maybe just to like not messing around, but maybe like a friend just saying, you know what, I'm gonna.
Oh, if it's friends, yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's random.
How about like somebody like when you wrestle, like if you wrestle somebody like him in the first match, would you give him a little bit more?
Jerry hates me.
snug and-
I will give him a chop, but I mean, as long as it doesn't get too stiffing on me or anything like that, it's just to loosen them up a little bit.
I think it's also a lot to do with if you're friends with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more fun, so you can.
Yeah.
Like this guy named R3, who's also working in Arizona.
Yeah, I saw him
Says-
coming on your.
yeah.
Not to ask him for help.
He lays him in there, and he's like, if I let him in there, lay him in there. If we're friends, we'll shake hands after, we'll be good. And best believe I feel him.
Yeah.
I feel him pretty good.
I don't think Butcher gave me a somewhat of, not a hard chop. I think he gave me like a in between. That shit hurt.
It gets you good,
man.
You
guys do that.
Like you said, it gets you going. A good chop, but just like lays it in there.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this: you when you wrestled Thunder Rosa, she gave you that hard time the first time.
Oh, really hard time.
Were you kind of like, oh, what? You know, kind of pissed off, or?
I was like, this girl really doesn't like me for some reason. I was just like, dang, what did I do to you? But she was really nice. Like, she was really, really nice. And then once we got in the ring, it was like,
it's go time.
It's go time, man. It's go time. And I was like, I felt it right away. I was like, all right, it's go time. And I didn't think it was really that much of a go time, but she showed me the first match. And then the second match, she gave me a slap, and I just looked her straight in the eyes. I load up, and I just give her a slap in the face. Now I'm just like, oh damn!
Put her where she belongs.
Huh?
Put her where she belongs.
Yeah. I will. I have another chance to do that soon.
Please, this one. Next time you say this was for Butcher.
I'll be like, this one's.
This is for the Butcher.
This one's for Butcher.
I was going to ask you. Now that you're wrestling in Arizona, right?
Yeah.
Is there anyone in California that you would like to face? I know I'm sure you want to beat everyone, but is there like one that you want to be in the ring with now, like in your growing experience with pro wrestling?
That's a good one. I would want to say, if we're basing it off Lucha Underground, I know I'm not at that level yet, but Prince Puma is one of them. Also Tyler Bateman. I saw him work over in Arizona, and I liked how he worked, and I liked his character. I love that. So it's like I want to work him too.
I had the pleasure of being in the ring training with Tyler Bateman.
Oh, you have?
Yeah. He is one great instructor, and he makes it. He follows the direction. He's one easy. I mean, I'm not saying he's easy, but he's a great guy to be in the ring with. Safety. And I had a lot of fun with him.
Also, just to learn, man. I saw he was like on a Reddit interview recently, and I was like, damn, man, like that guy gave me advice once. He's been giving me advice, and it's like I want to see what it's like to work with him. Yeah. Well, what else I can learn from him?
Yeah, I don't know. Does he still carry that mustache little thing curled up?
So.
He would have been great.
In the Vaudevillains?
With the Vaudevillains, that would have been great as a trio. It would be awesome.
Who's been the toughest opponent you've had so far?
The toughest? I want to say the best opponent I've had, like career-wise, right now is Mariachi. Yeah, because that was like my test, sort of. It was like my test. This guy's an underground. I want to get to underground. It's like, let's see where I'm at, and that was a big test for me.
What's your goal right now? And I mean, besides WWE.
Yeah, short-term goals.
Short-term goal right now.
Well, right now I'm gonna be traveling a lot from Arizona to California. So my goal is just managing that. But since I'm moving to California and it's more locally, my goal is to get on Underground. Because I just saw Ultima Lucha Dos, and I'm like, damn, man, that's awesome. And it's like, I think once I'm ready, I'll be ready for it, trust me. And I've always been known as a fast learner. Like I said, I debuted fast. I'm very green still. But I'm always humble to learn, always learning. And I'm pretty sure with the right path, I can get there. And my goal is to get there a year from now, 2 years from now, just see how it goes.
Would you like to do Japan and Mexico?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
I want to do Mexico, too. Triple A. I want to do Triple A.
Well, I mean, since you're not that far off, I mean, you might as well, you know.
There you go again.
I mean, look at him. He's like, you blend in. Just go and you're already there.
You trying to say you won't get carded coming back?
It's going to be different next year.
I'm going to be carded. I'm going to be like, where'd you go to school? Where'd you do this?
You know what? It's funny because you went from El Paso to Arizona, and you said you didn't like it in Arizona because it was you lost all your friends. And all. But I'm surprised there's wrestling in Arizona, and the Lucha Libre Tour.
Yeah.
Fills out the little.
It's growing, man.
Yeah. It's always at least 100 to 200 people every show.
Yeah.
Every Sunday.
Well, now there's 4 promotions there now. Than this past year.
Wow.
It's AWF. There's PHW, Party Hard Wrestling. That's their first show September 9th. then it's PHX and CWFA. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you booked on all of them?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, they're the book. You didn't need them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, how do you submit your? Do you submit a resume or do you submit video?
I don't think nobody does a resume.
Eli.
Well, that's Eli, but a lot of people. Back in the days, used to do that, but now you just make a call or a text and boom.
Well,
They'll come for a little audition and then let's see what you can do.
Well, I get nervous. I'm like, I don't know how to ask for a booking.
Yeah.
So what I did, I had a veteran write it out for me, and he said, so right here you put your matches, your top matches, you put how long you've worked, and see if they call you back. And for AWF, I was obviously a student there, so I had my first match there in 5 months, so it was just there. For Party Hard Wrestling, the guy would watch our shows, and hey, are you available these dates? I want you to come. For PHX, he went to one of our shows and said, hey man, I want you to come. And for the CWFA, a guy named John Lyon and Steve Islas, they recommended me, and that's how I got there.
Now you're part of the UEW show
Yeah.
this weekend. It's the big show for them.
And before you go there, how did you get connected with UEW?
R3. He was booked over there, and luckily enough, he liked me enough. He was like, I know this kid. He's pretty good. You should give him a shot.
And you see, that's all it was, because whatever the connection is. That's the beauty about
it's
wrestling.
Who you know.
It's not just that, but one opens the door and it just leads you to somewhere unexpected.
And I don't forget that. He helped me. I'll help him out in the future.
No.
And like this, I see AWS Promotions. That's another one I want to get into. Look at that card.
Yeah, that's a big.
Look at that card.
Now, yeah, that one's a tough one to break
that's a tough
into.
one, man. So it's like, oh, damn.
Yeah, especially
I gotta work hard.
Hard's harder, but you know what?
Don't tell him that.
But he does better.
Yeah, easier.
Yeah, but I think the thing with AWS is if they see the talent, you submit a video or something, he sees it, he's willing to give you that shot. You just have to be patient on it.
See, the part of that, I'm just like, I just don't feel I'm ready yet, so just me sending the video, it's like, oh, I don't want to make a bad impression of myself and him never.
I just, as the months go by, the years go by, it's just the timing of it.
It's the timing.
It's just the timing, and once whatever opens up, it's like how you're going to do your match here. Is this your first time doing a match here?
No. Oh, damn.
You already done a few here in California? Or LA?
I think I've had 5 matches here at UEW.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm barely breaking myself in California.
So you're being here. You got.
There's a lot of promotions here. There's a lot of promotions here.
Yeah, there's a lot. Mostly now it's in San Diego, and now very few in up north, but not much in LA anymore.
Oh, AWS is the only one. Well, yeah. PCW. Have you checked out PCW?
Oh yeah. Some of the rent workers from Arizona. I was supposed to go to a seminar and to meet people, but I was already booked in Texas, so I couldn't get out there.
So you wrestled in El Paso?
Yeah.
Yeah, and in front of your family, you said.
Yeah.
Anywhere else outside of Arizona, Texas, and California you've been?
No. That's it.
We gotta get you on the East Coast then.
I want to. Trust me, I'm there.
Well, he'll do it. He'll do it.
Yeah, I'm all for it, man.
He's hungry. He's young. He's hungry. He's got the energy.
I got from the girls.
I got no kids. I got no wife. I'm just ready.
Keep it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care how hot she is.
What's the best advice that you've received from a wrestler? Or even from training?
Well, there's this guy named Joe Graves, and I'm scared of him. Like, he's just an intimidating big guy. Like, I've never gone up to him. I've never said anything to him. And this time he was in the locker room. He was like, come here. I'm like, oh shit, you're talking to me? He's like, come here. I'm like, okay. He's like, well, I want you to know that was a hell of a match you just did there. But just so you know, I see something in you, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't think so much of yourself. And he just told me, just keep at it, know who you are at this moment right now, and don't forget that. Because that will take you places more than you just being over your head. And that's always been, I never let success get into my head. I just keep driving.
And I'm sure your family doesn't treat you any differently.
Oh, no. No.
I know the Latino family. They don't care how rich you are.
And I can be freaking world champion. They'll be like, hey, My dad would be like, "Hey, go get me a water." Yes, sir.
You can be John Cena, and they'll still tell you, "Hey, you forgot to take out the trash yesterday. Go do it."
Go do it. Just the way it is.
Is that? Do you want to be John Cena? Or I mean, of course, you want to be The Rock.
No, of course you want to be. Yeah.
But I'm saying right now, realistically, like I tell everybody, John Cena's the measuring stick right now.
Yeah.
So do you want to be the John Cena right now? Is that who you're looking forward to being, or?
Right now, I'm looking at a lot of Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins?
Yeah.
Who do you steal your movesets from? Now, I saw the curb stomp.
Yeah. Okay, that's the first time I've done the curb stomp, by the way.
Look pretty good.
AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, and Macho Man.
See, he threw you in old school. I'm pretty sure you like that. You like somebody young that knows their old school stuff, huh?
Sure. It's really good. I figure if you're going to be a wrestler, know some of the guys from the past.
Yeah.
Don't just, it's like me. It's like if I know baseball, but I grew up watching the Dodgers, and then I started watching all the way to Beltran, but then what they did, it just made me lose faith on baseball, period. And it's like, forget it. But I used to look back was, I will go back to quickly, what's his name? Babe Ruth. You know, some of like the old timers.
Yeah, see?
I think it's the same thing wrestling. Yeah, I agree with you. You can't be a thing, like I tell everybody, you can't be a major leaguer or play baseball without, there's two things I always tell them. You can't play baseball and not have a favorite baseball player.
You gotta know your history of it.
You gotta know your history of baseball. And you also have to have a favorite baseball movie.
Yeah, man.
You have a favorite baseball movie?
The Sandlot. Going with the Angels.
Angels in the outfield? Major League.
Wild Thing.
You hate the Cleveland Indians.
Okay, that's a good
one. You like Major League.
Well, here's one for you. And look at Damn Yankees.
Damn Yankees?
Yes. That's a very old movie.
Is your next year going to be Cleveland?
Yeah. I want that 99.
Let me tell you something. When you do the shirt for that, you gotta let me help out because I'm a Cleveland fan.
You want to design your man?
That's the first Sanchise shirt I will wear.
Just because it's from the
Just because it's the Indians. There ain't no beating.
Yeah, man, my character's sports and mainly baseball, so I was like, hey, I just watched Major League. Wild Thing. Let's do this.
The other cool baseball movie is, you've probably seen it, The Natural.
The Natural?
With, is it Robert Redford? Robert Redford? Is that his name?
I don't know.
Robert Redford.
Moneyball was the last one.
Moneyball was good. Oh, The Natural. Because there's a home run in that movie.
I got 2 movies to watch. Yeah. So don't ruin it for me, man.
No, there's a home run. No, I'm just saying there's a home run in that movie.
Damn, that's like the 50s.
If you're a baseball player, this is the home run. The situation you always wanted to hit it and the way you always want to celebrate.
Oh.
So when you see that movie, that's why a lot of major leaguers. You have a favorite wrestling movie? I'm sure there's not many wrestling movies now.
Yeah, I was like, there's not that many wrestling
There's No Holds Barred.
Just the one that went to the Oscars.
Yeah, The Wrestler.
The Wrestler.
Did you see the Jake the Snake documentary?
Yeah, I just saw it, actually.
It's pretty good.
A week ago.
Yeah, it's pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
It's
on Netflix.
I have the old one.
No, I'm saying his documentary right now.
Yeah, with
with him and DDP?
Yeah. It's actually must watch.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
That's what I saw was Iron Sheik.
Iron Sheik? Oh, have you seen that one? Iron Sheik is too much.
Yes. I haven't seen that one.
You gotta stay away from the girls.
Oh, yeah, I will.
Gotta stay away from the girls. Make sure you don't get
No. Strap it.
or guys.
Yeah. I'm good. I'll stick with the girls.
Nothing wrong with it.
Hey, man.
That's Butcher.
Nothing wrong with it.
That's Butcher. Who's your favorite wrestler right now?
AJ Styles.
AJ Styles?
My brothers and my family called me AJ Juan.
So,
there you go, about your family not respecting you.
Hey, that's alright. My wife doesn't respect me.
Yeah, I saw how she yelled at you. Are you okay?
I'm barely okay.
Barely
that's why I want to move to Arizona.
She just told you number one, right?
Yeah, she just called me number one.
She just stared. Oh, she just gave him the finger.
Yeah.
Dang.
She says,
yeah, bro. Have an extra.
If you want to come, man.
Thank you. God, see, I have a room.
Dude, she already has your bags packed and everything.
I'm gonna ask you the Stone Cold question, and don't give me a cheap answer. Your favorite wrestling match in WWE, WCW, TNA, your favorite match of all time?
Hulk Hogan versus The Rock.
Hulk Hogan versus The Rock.
That was a good match.
Yeah, not just the match, just I've always remembered that match though.
Did it piss you off when they turned on The Rock?
Yeah. I was so mad.
Did you understand why, or now you understand why?
Now I understand why. But at the time I was like, they're beating up my guy. He's my guy. But now I understand why.
When you found out, how old were you when you found out wrestling was scripted?
I'm not pretty young.
Yeah. Were you heartbroken?
Yeah. Not really. Like, my dad would always hint it here and there, and then he would tell me about spoilers and stuff, so I was like, I caught on. So I knew it right away. But now, since my little cousins watch it, they like, are you okay? Why didn't you win? You should have punched him and everything. Yeah, I don't ruin it for them.
No, not yet?
No, not yet.
It's like ruining the Tooth Fairy.
It's ruining Santa Claus,
yeah.
man.
How old were you when you found out?
About, oh my goodness, that was a kid.
Yeah?
Oh,
like, you know, but you just don't want to admit it.
Yeah, you know you don't want to admit it.
Grandma told me, after this, Dan, after the Olympic Auditorium, they're going to go out and have coffee.
Yeah.
They're going to have to have.
Do you believe in that kayfabe? I know he's a big believer in kayfabe. Like, he thinks wrestlers should keep it kayfabe. At least. Do you believe in that
Well,
too?
the way it is now, it's like kayfabe is there, but it's not really there. Like, Finn Balor posts his pictures with freaking everyone now.
Because I don't see you, like, after the show too much with the fans.
Yeah.
So do you, like, try to keep that?
I try to keep them wanting me more. I mean, that sounds bad, but it's like,
No, that's
you want to keep
correct.
your product, like as you noted, well, at Lucha shows, I shake hands with everyone, but in American shows, I run straight to the ring. I don't clap hands with anyone, nothing. It's like, so after the match, they're like, they want to grab me and get my attention. And I like that.
Yeah. You think that's the better way to go?
Yeah, because it makes it more exciting to come and pay to see that individual again.
So
Yeah.
So you wouldn't have, like, if I was a fan and I'm sitting there and I tell you, hey, let's go after the show to, you would just go home.
I don't buy my fans.
And I don't party with the fans. I don't party with the fans either. I
know you never invite me to party. I'm the only fan.
I mean, I don't do the whole.
Over here.
I love AWS, but I don't do the whole after party with AWS.
And it's hard for you to after party.
Yeah.
Being 20.
Oh yeah. Everyone
Being the
goes
baby.
to the club and everything. I'm just like, I'll eat my cereal, guys.
Do they invite you, the other guys, and they like, hey, let's go have a drink? And you're like,
yeah, they'll be like, hey man, let's go have a drink, and I'm like, hey man, I'm 20. He's like, oh no way. Oh damn. Okay. I'll slip by here and there, like when I do like shows at clubs or something. I'm like, sometimes I don't get ID'd, so I'll slip by. But then there's these shows where they automatically, wait, no, stop, you stop, let me see your ID. And then the big ass X here and here.
CM Punk.
Yeah, the CM Punk X.
Who's been your biggest mentor right now?
Butcher.
Butcher.
Butcher, you're my mentor.
I would say my trainer and my dad, just around that. But
That's nice.
yeah, because my dad's always like looking out for me. He's like, yeah, I don't think that guy's looking out for you. And I always have talks with my dad. No, I think he's looking out for me. And then my trainer's always like, hey, make sure that promoter doesn't treat you wrong. Hey, if a promoter doesn't pay you, make sure you tell him. He's always looking out for me. And out of mentors, I'm always asking veterans of, hey, say like you see me asking JTG, hey, when the camera goes this way, what do I do? I'm always asking people stuff. So I always have different kinds of people to mentor me.
Your shirts, baseball inspired, all of them?
World Series attitude, man.
Where did the World Series attitude come from?
Drake.
The singer?
Yeah, the singer. Look up "Miss Me" by Drake, and that's like out of the first 30 seconds he says World Series attitude. I was listening to it, I was like, my gimmick sports, let's do this World Series attitude, and it just caught on.
Is there, before we wrap up real quick, because I know you got to head off to your show, who are you wrestling tonight?
Peter Avalon.
Peter Avalon. So you guys make sure UEW tonight. It's at the.
Oh, actually, I was supposed to do a surprise, guys.
Oh, don't worry.
No, now.
At the UEW arena.
Before I cut it here, is he going in as in hate?
Yeah, hate.
Yes.
Oh, so you got to deal with all the hate members.
Yeah, funny thing, my dad and my brother are going for hate, but they're not going for their son. Call them out on that. Their name is Dylan and Daniel. They're not cheering for their son and their brother.
Oh, so you're a junior.
Huh?
You're a junior?
Yeah, I'm the fourth. Yeah.
Well, it's nice knowing you today.
That's nice knowing you. We've had all the hate members here except Avalon and
Oh, yeah.
Katie, I think.
Have it on that, Pinky.
And Bateman. We haven't had them, but we've had the main guys on
Damn,
here.
I'm done.
But you are in good. I mean, you are in good hands.
I used to train with all those guys. I've been
Ray
in
Rosas, Pinky,
battle royals and training, and they're a lot of fun. You're in for it.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for it.
I hope I see you tomorrow. Are you wrestling in Arizona again tomorrow, or are you?
No, I'm taking a break from tour just
Okay.
because I'm moving and all that stuff. But you'll see me there August 21st.
Oh, so you're gonna take a whole month off?
Yeah,
Wow.
and
So-
then I won't be there till September 11th.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect day.
9/11.
Oh yeah, 9/11.
Today might be your 9/11. Why
would you say that?
I've seen these guys working.
That's the name. I'm here now. You're just all serious.
But after the bell rings,
See, you can't. This is why we do webcam. You just can't capture this stuff.
I just give him a dead look. And
Yeah, you can't capture. And
There comes a hearse in advance.
But when you don't, if you don't get to watch this,
Don't.
you know it's always up. But if you get to hear it,
It's perfect time because this guy that's coming in, he's a priest.
he's a priest.
Oh, so
Yeah.
he can.
He's gonna bless you right now.
So right after the match, I'm just running straight to the locker room, not getting beat up. I'm fine, guys.
What's the one? Last question, and then what's the one thing that you can say you're taking away from wrestling right now? If you retired tomorrow, or God forbid, something were happening, you can't wrestle tomorrow, and you're done. What's the one thing you could say is the proudest moment right now that you've had, wrestling related?
I got to show all my family that nothing is impossible. I'm the oldest cousin, so I have like freaking 10, 12 cousins, and they were all there.
Of course.
And see, and I got to show them that not anything's impossible. And people will say it is impossible. Don't follow your dream. Do it. It's worth it.
And stay in school like you are,
And stay in school.
work as hard as you are,
Yeah.
because there's not a lot of people that would do
and
that.
make that money.
And
Follow
make
your
them-
dream smartly.
Yeah, follow your dreams smartly, but always be aware. Have a backup
Like
plan.
the World Series attitude.
Oh, there you go. Look at that. And he wraps it up with his saying, his catchphrase.
Yeah,
Got it wrapped up in there.
Now, you want to give everybody your Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, your contact information?
No one contact. I'm just kidding. Facebook, Daniel Sanchise. Instagram, Daniel Sanchise.
Oh, there you go. No Twitter.
No Twitter.
Or like my son's called it, Twatter.
Water.
Twatter.
Water.
Well, I want to wish you luck today in your
Thank
match. I would let you. We would keep you on longer, but we know you have to rush out of here to get to
Yeah,
the
man, I
match.
gotta get beat up. I hate.
Richard would hate to see that.
30 seconds.
Oh wait! Before we wrap up, we have a little arm wrestling match here.
An arm wrestling. You want me to do? Oh, good.
You didn't warm up, man.
I don't need to warm up.
So here we go. We're gonna do the arm wrestling match for those
Oh,
watching.
goodness.
Enjoy this.
I want to represent California.
Butcher's 0-20 in
He's
these, by the
representing
way.
Trump right now. That's
Representing Trump.
I want you away from me.
Okay.
You're not going to bust your
I
numbers.
promise. I will not.
So if I lose, I'll let him win.
Okay.
Just so you guys know.
Just to let you know. Make sure you. And
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
The world.
Why are you on the table? Butcher. Oh, Butcher! 0-21.
I retired about a year ago.
That's what happens when you don't watch Cinemax before you arm wrestle.
And I'm undefeated on the wrestling guys.
Okay. Let's go. For all of us here at the Wrestling Guy Podcast, thank you. I'd like to say I love my Pookie Bear who gets me.
He has to say that. He has to say that.
We're out of here.
Hey, I'm here for the podcast.
Roy, you're about an hour late. Butcher!